In this video, I will show you how to replace the pulley assembly on the RK-5T and RK-5TF. The tools you will need are a 5mm T-wrench, a No. 2 Phillips screwdriver, a pair of wire cutters, a 10mm wrench, 3 zip ties, and a needle nose pliers. You may need to replace your pulley assembly if your RK-5T or RK-5TF makes this sound. First, turn off and unplug your wheel. Locate the black socket head cap screw that locks the wheel head in place. Using a 5mm T-wrench, loosen the set screw. Then lift up on the wheel head to remove it. Position your wheel on its back to gain access to the bottom cover plate. To remove the rubber feet using a No. 2 Phillips screwdriver, then remove the bottom plate. The first step is to remove the pulley belt. Grab the belt with one hand below the right side of the pulley assembly. Pull it away from the assembly as you turn the assembly counterclockwise to unseat the belt. Remove the belt from both the pulley assembly as well as a small pulley and place it off to the side. In this video, I am using the RK-5TF, so I'm cutting the zip tie that holds the foot pedal cord connection to the control board. If you have an RK-5T with a hand lever, you will be cutting the zip tie that holds the potentiometer harness to the control board. Turn the pulley assembly to locate all 5 frame mounting screws. Then remove them using a No. 2 Phillips screwdriver. Unscrew the 2 frame screws at the bottom. Next, unscrew the 3 ground screws that mount the ground wires to the frame. Be sure to capture all 3 washers that go with each ground screw. There are 2 brass flat washers and 1 toothed washer. Separate the 3 connectors that connect the foot pedal to the connector harness, or in the case of the hand lever version, the potentiometer assembly to the controller harness. Separate the frame from the housing. It may take some manipulating the frame to work it around the on-off switch plate. Using a 10mm wrench, unscrew the pulley assembly mounting bolts. Remove the old pulley assembly and install the new one. Align the holes of the frame to the new pulley assembly while holding the pulley assembly. To replace the bolt, add the split washer to the bolt and thread it finger tight. On the fourth bolt, remember to add the additional tooth washer. After all 4 bolts are in finger tight, use the 10mm wrench to fully tighten them down. Be sure to tighten in a diagonal pattern as shown. Slip the frame back onto the housing. Manipulate the frame around the on-off switch plate. Be sure to pull the foot pedal wires through the frame. Replace the 2 screws at the bottom of the frame. Adjust the frame to align the mounting holes with the body of the wheel and replace the 5 frame mounting screws using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Replace each screw, but do not tighten them all the way down. Once all 5 screws are back in, fully tighten them in a star pattern as shown. Reconnect the foot pedal cord wires to the harness. Red to blue, white to white, and brown to black. Replace the 3 ground screws with their washers. For the first one, place the washer over the screw first. Then the first connector, then the second connector, then the flat washer, and finally the tooth washer. Then screw that assembly in. Repeat this with the last 2 connectors. Zip tie the foot pedal cord connector to the harness. Using the needle nose pliers to pull it tight, trim the excess with a pair of wire cutters. Next, capture the ground wires. Zip tie them to the foot pedal cord wires. trim the excess with a pair of wire cutters. Finally, zip tie the motor wire harness and its ground wire to its mounting block. To replace the belt back onto the pulley assembly, start by feeding the belt around the small pulley, matching the ridges of the belt to the grooves of the small pulley. Take the belt to the larger pulley and start stretching it across. There should be some tension, so as you feed it onto the large pulley, rotate the pulley to assist the belt seating. Replace the metal bottom cover plate by securing its 6 rubber feet using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver.